Hey, all.
Hey.
Welcome.
Yeah, you look pretty southern.
That was a really depressing intro.
Hey, y'all.
How's it going, everybody? I'm wearing a flannel today for the first time in many years.
I feel like cowboys don't wear blue.
No, I don't think
That's
cowboys.
That's a sad cowboy. I feel like that was
It's like a cowboy at a funeral.
yeah. That was an appropriate howdy for that shirt. Howdy, y'all.
Yeah. Howdy, y'all. Today we're here to mourn the loss of my beloved Gretchen.
Dude, Gretchen. That's such a
I said Gretchen.
Gretchen?
Gretchen.
What the fuck is Gretchen?
I thought that was a name.
Gretchen?
No, Gretchen.
Gretchen.
Like Gretchen, but with a D.
Why would that be a name?
I thought
That's probably a name.
I think it's a name.
Gretchen, I think.
Gretchen.
Oh, wow.
You said
Good
you have a
start.
question for me.
Yeah. If someone doesn't have hands, how do you get their fingerprints? Like, it's an honest question.
I think you take their toe prints, I would assume.
You think?
I mean, everyone
But
legally has to have. Like, does every human in the country have a documented fingerprint?
I don't think so.
Or is it only if you get arrested, then they take your fingerprint?
Well, they take your fingerprint if you get arrested, but I think... No, I don't think everyone has a documented one. But, I mean, think about where you've had your fingerprint put. Like, at 24, they have your fingerprint.
Oh, yeah.
Your phone has your fingerprint.
My old job. I got my fingerprint.
Jobs. So I feel like most people have their fingerprint out there somewhere.
Isn't your fingerprint like the only thing on your body that like is the same no matter if you're like a baby or an adult?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, also DNA probably.
Well, yeah.
but
I
I think physically, yeah.
I've heard stories
And
of
teeth,
people
too.
that will, like criminals or some people like that, will take sandpaper and like literally
Yeah.
saw off their own fingerprints.
It's dedication.
That is going to the next level.
Honestly, your dad probably doesn't have a fingerprint.
He's just done so much shit with his hands over the years.
Yeah.
They probably try and take a fingerprint and it's just like a flat, like
It's the flat line.
it's just like a flat line because like there's no texture to his hand anymore.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but I don't know if they take their toe print because I feel like they need that for future evidence, you know? It's not like you're going to leave like toes behind.
No, but you can. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like they
Like,
take
if I
someone's
arrest-
fingerprint because then if they go to a crime scene,
They could do a nub print maybe.
they can.
Like
Yeah,
Shaquem Griffin.
that is a good question.
I don't know.
Kyle. I don't
Yeah.
know the answer. We could look it up, or we could just
No, let's
live in this.
Let's
mystery.
just pretend that we know.
Okay.
Another thing, I was at GNC today on the way over. It was pretty cool actually. Like I walk in and there was only one other person there, and then the worker, because they had just opened. And I'm looking for my stuff. I grab my stuff and I'm just waiting at the counter to check out. But the guy's helping this lady.
Okay.
And then I come to the realization that she has her phone out and she's like speaking Chinese. And she speaks into her phone and it perfectly says what she said like in real time to him.
In English.
Yeah, in English. And then he would say something and then he would say it to her. And then
In Chinese.
Yeah, and they were going back and forth for like a while. And I was just like,
Dude.
at first I was kind of annoyed because I'm like, dude, like I'm
ready to check.
I'm ready.
Out.
Like this is kind of bad customer service. And then I look over and I realized what was happening. I was like, that's pretty cool. I'm no longer mad.
Damn, I didn't even know they had that. Like
I didn't either. And I was talking to the guy about it. I was like, that's pretty cool. He's like, yeah, I mean, I've never seen anything like that before, but
Dang.
it's crazy, like the technology that they have.
Yeah. Like I knew, obviously there's Google Translate, but I didn't know that apps were developed to the point where you can literally talk to it and it can spit it out in a different language.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's so convenient.
Yeah.
Just like you walk up to a McDonald's. I mean, although I don't know if they call it like McChicken in China.
Oh yeah. See,
Dude, I don't know.
But you could say like, I want a number one,
Yeah.
you know,
That's true.
that's probably why they have numbered items.
Yeah, that's easier.
It's
It's also easier for the workers probably.
Yeah. But the only downside is it kind of gives like a reason to not learn a language, which like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's very helpful. And
I mean, I
convenient.
wouldn't want to learn it.
I wouldn't want to either, but there could come a point when like everyone just relies on not learning the language and just talking to their phone.
We're all just gonna be dumb.
Yeah.
No one's gonna know any language. Well, no, that wouldn't make sense.
There's not even like a home language.
Just no one speaks language.
Everyone just talks into their phone. Wait, no, but then everyone would still have to know a language in order to even talk to their
That's
phone.
why whatever I just said made no sense. Dude, imagine not knowing a language. You just grow up in the woods.
Yeah. Well, I've thought about that. Like, what if a family kind of like is just like nomads or something? They don't have like a country of residence. They kind of just literally live in the woods, let's say, for example. Then they have a kid. Their kid is like born into this family. And what if they just decide we're going to raise this person with our own language? They just they just create their own noises.
Even that would be crazy. Creating a language.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've talked about that before,
Yeah.
but the fact that people went from nothing to a language and then translated that language to other languages.
That blows my mind that people knew the first person to know, the first bilingual person.
Yeah.
How? Dude, I don't know.
I don't know, man. Well, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you have certain smells in your life that you smell them and they instantly connect you to like a certain memory or point in your life?
Yes. The smell of my
And-
work. Every time I walk in, it makes me think of my first day.
Okay. But also to another level, are there places or times in your life where you can think of what it smelt like long after it's done? Like, for example, I know the exact smell of the first restaurant that I ever worked in.
But you remember it though?
Yeah,
now?
I can think of it right now.
I mean,
and,
I can
basically smell it. Like, do you remember maybe a baseball training facility smell or like a
They all smell the same. They all have like a certain
like a rubbery smell?
Yeah, kind of old turf smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But does anything come to mind?
I know the smell of like some neighbors' houses that
Oh.
Some certain smells. Some smells of certain people, I feel like.
Yeah.
Um
That's so weird how houses develop their own smells.
what the I always wonder what my house smelled like. What does my house smell like?
Your house always smelled like clean, like a certain brand of detergent, like
That's what everyone's
very
house
clean
smells
detergent.
like. A different detergent.
Does my house smell like detergent? I feel like
No,
mine
your house
doesn't.
Your house, you have a unique smell. I feel like it's kind of like an old wood.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. I'm so used to your house at this point that like maybe I don't even notice it anymore because I basically am here all the time.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just thinking because I remember the first restaurant I worked at. The smell is like a really wet, soggy bread.
Ew.
Like if you just took bread and you left it in like a cup of water for like a few hours and then dumped it out.
That's what it smelled like.
Well, I think that was particularly the smell of like where the dishwashers were, but that's where I would like enter and leave sometimes through that. And that's like the first smell I would get is just like this intense smell of wet, like carbs, just like pancakes or French toast or anything just wet because they were just like
wet
washing
carbs.
it down.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my work smells like I work at a gym. So mine smells like all the different, because they have a bunch of different deodorants and like hairsprays and stuff that we supply. So it smells like a combination of all those different things. And sometimes
sweat.
Yeah, but in certain areas. But like there's a certain smell that when I walk past it hits me. And sometimes if I'm walking to my work and I can tell someone's leaving, they'll walk past me and I smell the deodorant from them. I'm like,
you know where they
gym. Yeah.
Wow. That's a good skill.
Yeah.
You could say to a stranger like, "Oh, how was the whack today?"
Yeah, but what if I was completely wrong and they just happen to have that and they're like,
what?
Whack?
Who are you?
You're whacking?
Yeah. Another actually I have something else I want to talk about, but I think it'd be best to talk about it in the next part of this episode, okay?
Okay.
So, we got a message the other day from one of our fans, and he said, "I think an episode that would be really cool is if you guys talk about what you think the best and the worst jobs would be." All right?
Great idea. If anyone has a future idea like that, let us know because that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And now we are doing it.
We had actually done an episode back, I think it was like 60 something. We talked about the worst job or the weirdest jobs in the world.
Yeah.
And Kyle looked up some of the weirdest ones, but we didn't even think of doing this. And I think it'll be pretty entertaining. So we each came up with like 5 to 6 of what we would think would be the best and the worst. And then we also looked up a list of ones like the best jobs in the world.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go through. We'll alternate. But I want to start, okay?
Are we starting best or worst?
I want to start with worst.
All right.
So, personally for me, the worst job for me, I think, I mean, unless there's one I didn't think of, anything involving like bathing or changing old people diapers.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's bad.
I would fucking hate that
Yeah.
because I learned the other day, or I've always had it, but I just made a mental note. I have a really weird like phobia or like grossness. Like it makes me gag when I think of like any sort of skin deformities.
Skin deformities.
Like I hate like looking at like moles or skin tags or like people with like wrinkly. No, like I can look at moles, but like
someone with wrinkly old person walks by and you're like,
if an old
gross.
Yes, dude. If an old person has wrinkly skin with like gross moles or like a ton of skin tags or just like any like a skin disease where there's like weird shit going on with their skin, it literally, that is one of the grossest things to me.
Interesting.
Now, if someone just has like a normal mole, I don't care. Like I got moles, it's on my body.
Moles. We all got moles.
Yeah, everyone's got moles. That's normal. But it like
Weird
anytime
moles.
that is taken to the next level, it like really
like
grosses
triple
me.
decker mole. It's like, why do you have that?
Or dude, if there's like any close up photos of like skin conditions where people have like weird red skin or like blisters
like eczema or something.
Dude,
I used to have eczema on my elbows.
that shit like makes me want to gag. And so the thought of having to deal with old people that have weird skin and that are shitting themselves.
Okay, old people, weird skin. Not a fan.
Yeah.
Okay,
so.
that's fair. That's good. My first one is anyone working in a sweatshop.
I mean,
any kind of sweatshop, and particularly whoever makes cigarettes. You're just in chemicals all day, and you have to put that, and you know how shitty it is. You know how bad it is for you. You know you're just creating poison and sending it out to the world, knowing these people are dying.
And
because
you're getting
of what
paid
I'm
like
making.
$2 a day.
Yeah. It's like, you ever just look at something so small, like something you get out of a vending, or like those little gumball machines at like Denny's or something. You're like, some little kid made this in China or something, and it's really sad.
And like all like the McDonald's toys.
Yeah, it's so.
You're like,
sad.
this is like such low quality, but someone spent like time
making this,
and they're just like horrible working conditions.
It's so sad. Yeah. So that's an obvious terrible job. Yeah.
Yeah, but the cigarettes in particular is probably one of the worst ones, because like obviously the chemicals, but also whenever I watch Narcos and I see them like the labs where they're making cocaine, do you think that like you get high just making the cocaine?
I don't know. I don't know enough about cocaine.
Or if you're like dealing with like packaging the cocaine,
I'm sure it might puff up.
It might like puff into the air.
Start packaging really quick.
By the end of your shift, you're probably like high off your balls, just like
maybe you get addicted to your work and you just keep going. That's
you love work.
That's work in itself.
You
So
know,
maybe that's a good job.
They say if you love what you do, you never work a day in your
There
life.
you go. If you love cocaine, maybe you should start packaging it.
All right. My second worst job. Well, these aren't necessarily in any particular order.
Yeah, I don't have an order.
A porn cameraman.
Yeah, it's pretty low on the totem pole of camera work.
Because like, well, I mean, I'm sure they get paid like a good amount, but that's not really that aspect of it. It's more of the fact that like,
this is what you're doing with your life.
well,
You're
yeah,
filming that.
and like imagine trying to explain to your family like,
Yeah.
like it's one thing if you're a porn star, but then if you're like, oh yeah, like I film people having sex.
It's like even worse.
And the worst part is you're probably horny just all the time. Like I don't think I could separate my work from the fact that I'm like watching people have sex. Like I feel like I'd just be filming with like a hard on all day.
Yeah, probably. Or it might just be so uncomfortable that it's just like, it might just ruin sex for you though.
Yeah, or they just get so used to it where it's like sex isn't even like a special thing anymore.
Yeah.
And then it's like you don't even get hard.
Not even excited. Yeah.
That would suck.
That would suck. Okay, next, another one that would suck. I was just thinking, if a sewer line breaks or there is a clog in the sewage system, who's going down and fixing it? Because that job has to suck.
That guy better get
You're just
paid,
like plowing through shit, literally. You're just plowing through poop.
Yeah. How does the sewer system even work?
Who? Someone made it. I mean, it was probably fine when they made it because it was clean, but if you're going down to fix, like, that's disgusting.
Oh, dude, they probably have like those big suits that cover like every inch of your body. Like
I hope, like a hazmat suit.
Yeah, like when you're dealing with bees or whatever.
I hope he's a bee suit. My mom, she's a civil engineer and she works on, like, she designs like some sewer lines sometimes.
Oh.
I don't think she goes down and works in the sewers, but she designs it. She's on top.
Yeah, and imagine like a job like that, or any job where you're dealing with like shit a lot. Like if you work for like
poop job,
like the porta potty companies.
I have that. I wrote. Never mind.
Okay,
that'll come up later.
But anybody that works for like a porta potty company, I feel like even when you're off your shift, like, I feel like even after you shower, the smell of shit is probably just like soaked into your veins.
Yeah, dude. I've even heard working at like a fast food restaurant, you can't get rid of that smell, that like grease all over you.
That would be the worst. Yeah.
Ew, just smelling like McDonald's all day.
All right. My next one. Now, a lot of people like this one, but for me personally, construction.
I wouldn't want to.
My dad is a contractor, done construction his entire life. I've worked with him many times, and right from the get-go, I knew that this is not something that I want to do for the rest of my life. Any sort of like manual labor where if I work 8 hours and then I get home and like my body is just like tired and hurting, and like I have like little micro cuts all over my body.
Yeah.
And like a hammered, like my dad will get home and his like hands are all fucked up and
he
bloody.
Had a nail in his thumb.
Yeah. Or he'll like, his fingernail will be gone because he like accidentally hammered it or some shit. And he's like, oh yeah, it's fine. Any job like that, I don't want to be a part of.
I just feel like, you might get used to it over time.
Yeah.
Because you think about Steve, he's not in like great shape. Like that sounds mean, but you know, he's not like, you're obviously in way better shape, so you can handle construction better. But I think it's the kind of thing you get used to it. Because like my first day at work, what I do at work isn't really that tiring. I was like exhausted my first day at work.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I so tired? And then now I'm not like tired. I mean, I only get tired because it's late, but
yeah. And I mean, like with anything, the more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it. But like,
yeah, I would not like construction either.
And I mean, I think there are obviously the people who like it, they like it for a reason. Like one, you can make good money doing it if you're good at it. And two, I think there really is something, at least for my dad, rewarding about like you envision this house and then you literally build this creation. And it's like kind of like art in a way for like their own version. But I don't know, man. I would much rather just find a job where at the end of the day, it's like my body feels good physically and I'm still willing to like, because I can't imagine.
But that's your workout for the day, though. You don't even have to go to the gym after.
That's the thing, though. But like,
there's a lot
it's
of
like a different type of strength, though.
Workers, though.
Yeah, it's like farmer strength.
Yeah,
like,
true.
Like I could probably lift more weights than my dad, but he could probably lift more like sheetrock than me.
He'd find a way to just lift 500 pounds of sheetrock.
Dude, he's like 65 and he lifted these insane amount of like construction supplies.
Yeah, well,
so
it's old man strength.
It is.
Okay, next, I mentioned poop. It's whoever cleans public bathrooms. There's never been like a nice public bathroom where it's like this is clean and kept well.
There's always piss all over the floors.
Always piss, dude. If you're ever at a campsite, those bathrooms are some of the worst places on earth. I've been to one that was literally, you sit on it and there's just a hole. And there's no sink, no nothing. It smelled so bad in there. I would just hold my breath.
Was there toilet paper?
No. Maybe. You might have to bring your own.
Okay.
It was like a remote campsite. Dude,
it's like,
who cleans that?
They don't clean it.
Someone's got to empty the tank, though.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe once every 6 months.
It didn't smell like they had, so...
That and the bathrooms at like gas stations in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like kind of equally bad.
Those are just consistently blown up by truckers.
Yeah.
Truckers love to blow up bathrooms.
And it's like, dude, I feel like every time I go to... It is truckers,
dude.
They
do, dude. Truckers have nasty poops.
Every time I go to like a gas station bathroom on a road trip, like, listen, there's times when I got like some crazy poops. But I don't understand how people can create some of these things that I see. Like, how does the thing in the toilet come out of your body? Like how?
It's like a splash zone, dude. It's like literally like a frag grenade, and it spreads out.
Like when it hits the water, it just explodes.
I don't know. Maybe that happens when you get old, and I'm not looking forward to that. But dude, some people like like a.
Now maybe the reason gas station ones are so fucked up is because like
that's your last resort.
Yeah,
you
it's
gotta
like
go. You gotta go.
yeah, like the only time you're gonna shit at this rando gas station is if you're in a scenario where you're like pull over or it's coming out.
Yeah.
And then those are generally the scenarios where it's just like
it's tooted, but it's just the truckers.
Yeah,
They need to eat better food. There's probably no vegetables, so
that's true.
it's all the fast food truck stop places.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
Yeah. What do you got next?
Public bus driver.
Yeah.
But specifically in a place,
Like a big city.
but like maybe also like a sketchy area, like in like maybe Chicago where there's a little more crime.
Or like New York or something.
Yeah. Like I don't know, man, because there's so many, well, especially here, there's so many homeless people that you're gonna have to deal with like you can't even reason with a lot of these people.
Yeah, dude. The bus that I go on, the bus that I go on isn't too bad, but the area that my bus stop is, especially at night because I close, it's bad. And there's been 3 shootings in the past 24 hours in my area.
Yeah.
So like, but
Literally, you said 3 shootings in 24 hours within like 3 blocks of where you work.
Yeah. Yep. It's bad.
Really terrible.
There's
luck.
just a lot of like really like drugged up people there, like crazy drugs. And they all come out at night.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah, man. You're in like not a, like you end your shift in a sketchy area
At
in
night.
the middle of the night.
Yeah. That's
so.
Hey, it's good.
Be
Make some
safe
good
out
stories
there.
though.
Yeah,
That's
man.
how you see the bow-legged man walking around.
Yeah.
But I will say there's one bus driver that drives my route that I love him so much. He's just
cool?
like one of the nicest guys ever. He's
Do you
just
talk to him or?
I always like make sure I say thank you to him. Sometimes I'll hop out the side doors, but I always make sure I go out the front door just so I can like thank him properly because he's a nice guy. Like when it was snowy, he was just like, all I want is for you guys to get home safely. Like, please bundle up, blah, 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 blah. And he looks everybody in the eye on his way out.
Yeah.
And I had one of those experiences where it made me so happy. I looked him in the
Mutual
eye.
respect.
Yeah, I looked him in the eye. I was like, thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate what you do. There needs to be more people like you in the world. And I walked off. And he's like, hey,
awesome.
I appreciate you, my man. Have a good one. And I was like,
that's awesome.
oh, it made my night.
You got a hard on due to mutual respect.
Yeah, I was hard.
Nice.
Bus driver turned me on.
All right.
Okay. Next, I have telemarketing.
Oh,
Dude, no one wants to get a call from a telemarketer, and I'm sure no telemarketer wants to have that job.
Tell them there's no way telemarketers like their job.
No.
Imagine calling like 400 people a day, and every single one of them either doesn't answer or like hangs up on you.
Or they tell you to go like, fuck. They're like, fuck you, go kill yourself. Like, people say that to telemarketers.
Yeah.
It's like, jeez.
I mean, I hate
aggressive.
telemarketers, but like you got to realize that they're not.
They're trying to make a buck.
Yeah, they don't want to
care
be
about
selling you this shit.
Yeah, they don't care about the product.
Yeah.
Also, whoever accepts that call and they're like, yes, tell me more, please.
I think the only people they get are like old people that are confused. Because I've heard stories of
That's
like
the target,
old people
yeah.
getting scammed out of like their retirement funds and shit because they're just like, oh sure, I'll tell you my social security number.
Yeah. Have you ever well, so you live in like the way your driveway is, probably you don't get a lot of like Mormons coming to your door.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, because it wouldn't make sense.
We one time got Jehovah's Witnesses here,
Really?
which is really really shocking
How did
because
they
like
get?
like my house, like obviously the listeners don't really know, but like my house isn't in a neighborhood and like it's on like a busy road
road, yeah.
like no sidewalks.
A 2-lane, yeah.
So these people went out of their way to come find our house.
Hey, because sometimes I get sucked into those conversations that I don't really want to be a part of, and
Yeah.
I'm not like a dick that's just gonna close your door. Like I'm not that white old man that's just like, I don't fucking care, slams the door.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, oh, okay, hi, how are you doing? Tell me about it.
You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and like if someone ever says vote for this person, they start asking me questions, and I just don't have the personality to just be like, I'm sorry, I don't care.
Yeah. It was actually, I had a really cool experience when I was in college at APU down in California. I mentioned it before, but it was like a private Christian school. And so like obviously most of the people that go to that school are Christian. And there was, when you go on your mission as a Mormon, you go with like a partner, like 2 people duos, and they get sent to like literally any city. I think
Anywhere around the world.
yeah, anywhere around the world, and it could be like a
Probably
small
not
city,
North
it could be
Korea.
a big city. You're right, probably not North Korea. But these guys, these two guys, like I saw them all around our campus and like for a couple weeks. So it became apparent that I would assume they got assigned to like the city of Azusa. And at one point they came up, like I was walking home and I saw them like walking towards me. And I wasn't like I don't know, like although I don't believe at all what they believe in, like I have a lot of respect for the fact that like like if
they're like telemarketers kind of.
Yeah, like I have respect for them, even though I don't think it's true. Like if you're that dedicated to your beliefs, like I think like good for you. But so they were coming to me and they kind of like started talking to me like, oh, hey man, like you mind if we talk to you for a couple minutes about like whatever, like I don't know how they worded it, but I was like,
would you like to hear the Lord Jesus Christ?
Yeah, something like that. But I was like, hey, listen guys, like I'm not like into it. Like I literally told them, I'm like, I'm down to hear like your spiel, but I'm like not into it. Like I'm not gonna like buy it. But like if you guys want to tell me about it, and they were actually like really appreciative of that. They're like, hey man, like we totally get it, but like I'd love to just tell you like our little spiel and like explain it to you. And I was like, go for it. So I talked to them for like 10-15 minutes and then we went about our day, and it was, I don't know, I felt good because I was like, these guys probably just get the door shut on them like all day long.
Probably.
And like, it's got to be annoying. And so, I don't know. It was kind of cool. Not that I want all the Mormons to come and talk to me about it all the time.
No, the Mormons and the Jehovah's. Don't need you.
You know, Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate birthdays.
Yeah, dude.
They don't believe in it.
It's, I don't want to be offensive to any Jehovah's Witnesses, but I would.
I mean, I highly doubt.
Hate that religion. I would hate it.
Imagine it's your birthday and you wake up and they're like, fuck you, no it's not.
Yeah, this school's like, happy birthday, Kyle. And I'm like, no, I'm not allowed to.
My mom said it's not my birthday,
I can't have a birthday. What's wrong with, like, why is there a religion with no parties? You literally can't celebrate things.
My next one is, I hate to say it, but for me, I think being a flight attendant would suck ass.
Yeah, I hate flying.
And
I wouldn't like it.
I know a lot of people, like, there was a lot of girls that I knew at college that were like truly wanted to become flight attendants, and I know a lot of people like that's their like goal. And one of our friends' moms is a flight attendant. I mean, I don't know. I just think it would be draining, dude. You're always fucking flying.
Yeah.
And it's different than a pilot because one, pilots make fucking bank, so it's like probably worth the sacrifice.
True.
And two, as a flight attendant, it's like a customer service job, but you're in the sky.
And there's some of the worst people on planes too.
Yeah.
There's so many douchebags on planes.
Like imagine working, like having bad customer service experiences working at Chipotle, but if you're in the sky and like at risk of dying and you can't escape.
Yeah.
I don't know. Man.
Dude, on one of my flights back from Europe, we were kind of running a little late. And everybody was seated, and then the pilot.
What did you just say? You said
what?
Everybody's seated? You had a line right there. Like 4 words that all blended together. You said we were on our flight back to Europe. See him? I'm like, I don't know what you just
Everyone
said.
was seated. We were all seated.
Oh, okay.
Everyone was seated. Everyone was seated.
I was seated.
Yeah, dude, I have a bad time with like enunciating my words. Wow. Everyone was seated.
Okay.
That's hard. So we're trying to take off, and this one guy was just standing up, like fixing his bag or something in the overhead bin, and the flight attendants like had told him to sit down, and he just didn't. And eventually, the pilot just goes, "Sir in the blue shirt, sit down. We need to take off. You are holding up the whole flight." Oh, it was great.
That's awesome. The thing is, flights are just a really awkward place because no one knows each other and everyone is staring at each other whenever you do anything.
What do you mean?
Know? Like if there's like drama, or if I have a problem with my seat or there's someone in my seat.
Oh, everyone's looking.
And I'm just standing there. Everyone else is sitting and you can just feel like hundreds of strangers all staring at you because there's nothing else to look at.
And when you're walking onto the plane, like what else are you going to look at? Like I look at the people walking past me. It's a good place to people watch.
Yeah.
But everyone's just looking at you and you're just making eye contact with every single person.
Yeah. But then when you're the one walking on the plane, I just stare at the back of the plane.
Yeah.
And like don't make eye contact with anyone. Yeah. Good times.
Okay. Next, I have working in a slaughterhouse.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That would be terrible. Because you're just killing animals for a living. Yeah. And you're draining their blood, skinning them. There's like probably some weird people out there that like it.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Probably smells really bad. Just like if you're a butcher, it just smells like meat, like
Yeah.
not old meat, but raw meat.
I feel like if you are someone that is self-aware enough to realize that maybe you have like psychopathic tendencies and you might become a serial killer.
Maybe work in a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, like if you know you might have some issues going on, that might be a perfect job for you.
But I think that
you
maybe that's what springs you. I think soon it becomes not enough and you move on to people.
Oh.
But that's just me saying that. I don't know if that's like true or not. That's not from experience or anything.
Yeah, Kyle totally wouldn't know from working at a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, all
And
the
loving
slaughterhouse that I work at. Yeah,
Yeah.
constantly just aroused.
Dude, draining blood from a dead animal.
What do they do with the blood?
Well,
I don't know.
my only knowledge of that is from Narcos when
What do
there's
they
that scene they stab a pig like in the chest and it drains into like a little
do? A bucket, a funnel.
No, it's like a funnel, but then it's like in the pavement and it drains down into like a different building. So like
There's
they
a blood building.
Well, I don't know, but it looked like they built the floor to have like a little crevice where the
Ew.
blood would drain and
Yeah.
follow it. I don't know where it goes to.
I don't really want to know. It's really sad,
Yeah.
but I'm still gonna eat meat.
That's the thing. Like
problem.
obviously slaughterhouses are gross and I never want to go to one, but I still want to eat meat.
And maybe that makes me a bad person, but I like meat.
My dad told me that when he was like 16 or 17, he went to in the summer he like visited his aunt or uncles or something and they had a farm and he witnessed them like his uncle wanted to like show him the experience or like
This is how you're a man.
yeah,
son.
like kind of show him what it's like to kill a cow.
You ever take
And
someone's life before?
And they said they shot the cow right in front of him and he was like
That would scar me.
he said he was like I think he said he didn't even eat like beef for like a year or something.
Jeez.
But, all right. My last one, and then Kyle has two more.
Yep.
All right. My last one is any sort of business job where like I have to analyze numbers or like just any sort of job where I have to wear a suit and tie and I have to talk with like, oh, in Q4 we're gonna send out the X team to go and meet and do the new training facility. Like,
Just like a business guy.
dude, just any like really business job where you
Yeah.
have to use this business lingo and every word in your vocabulary like means something that people don't understand.
Yep.
And
I would hate. Yeah, I would too. Work in a cubicle.
oh, dude, I would literally go insane, and it just sucks. I don't know, like I feel bad because a lot of those types of jobs are the jobs that like make a lot of money,
Yeah.
and there already are so many people that probably like if you work a job like that and you like that business shit,
Yeah, you're
like
set.
do it. But there's probably a lot of people that do it and they like hate it.
Dude, have you
But
ever seen
they,
the
like-
movie? Shit. That does not help.
Have I seen the movie? Oh shit.
I think it's Office. Damn it! It's a good movie.
What's it about? Describe it to me.
It's like The Office kind of. It's like people working in an office, and this guy just hates his life.
Oh.
I think it's called Office. Damn it.
Do you know
dang
who's
it.
in it?
No. Oh. One of the guys from Dodgeball's in it. Let me find it out. I'll go through Dodgeball.
This is gonna be an investigation here.
This is not what I expected. He's in Dodgeball. It's the guy that plays Martin, the guy that gets hit by the car. L for Love. That guy. He's in it.
Okay, what's his name?
I'm trying to. It's not really loading. This doesn't really help that I have no service in your garage.
We'll use this time to tell you guys that we have a Patreon at
Perfect.
patreon.com/PimsPodcast, where if you guys want to become a patron, you can pledge $5, $10, or $15.
Stephen Root.
Okay,
Continue.
hold. You can pledge $5, $10, or $15, and you get extra content. You get deleted scenes, bloopers videos. You get personalized video shout-outs. You get pictures of Kyle's feet. You get a bunch of good stuff. So if you guys want to support the show, if you're a fan, the best way to do that is, one, to go leave a review on the Apple Podcast app. Put us on your Instagram story. And if you're feeling really ballsy today, you could go become a patron.
Hell yeah. A couple things. This guy's also in Finding Nemo, and he's in Get Out. But it's called Office Space.
Office Space.
Yeah, it's a pretty popular movie.
What was the actor's name?
Stephen Root.
Oh, Stephen Root. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard of
Anyways,
that.
but that movie, it's like all the office. Like my dad, he worked in a lot of offices, and I watched the movie with him. And he's like, "This is So accurate.
Yeah.
Just this guy that just hates his life.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I know that a lot of those are like desirable jobs for people, but for me, could not do that. Like, the reason that I thought of this and put it on my list was the other day I was at the gym and I went into the sauna. And when I left the sauna, I was putting my shoes on, and there was these 3 sort of old guys, probably like in their 60s, in the hot tub. And like, I was just overhearing their conversation, and it made me just like cringe. Like, I would just dread being in their position because they were talking about like just their job and like how the CEO was doing this and should have made these business decisions. And they were like so mad.
Yeah.
And it just like, I never want to be that guy that like all I talk about with my friends is like work and like business and like finances and shit. Like, do you have nothing more enjoyable to talk about?
Yeah, I hear that stuff every day.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, my last 2. A miner working in a mine.
Dude.
Are there still miners? Probably.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like 1800s, like they had the kids working in like the mine shafts and everyone's all dirty and just black.
The gold rush.
Yeah, dude.
When was the gold rush? 1800s?
Say 1800,
18 something.
18s.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get out and you're just covered in just like coal and like.
Have you watched Chernobyl?
No, I haven't. But I'm sure that's.
And like the thing with miners is like it literally kills you. Like that job
it's terrible
sucks
for you,
and it gives you cancer.
You're breathing fumes and you're just covered in just like black like soot.
Oh yeah, I that's a really good one. That's debatably one of the worst ones.
Yeah, that's
I
terrible.
think.
And then my last one, a little different. It's anyone that wears a costume. Like if you are a clown, if you are one of the people wearing an Elmo outfit. I think about the people in Disneyland. And it's so hot.
You think that would suck?
You're wearing an Elmo costume in Disneyland and it's 100 degrees.
Okay, not Elmo, because the Elmo's not Disney.
Oh fuck.
Like a Mickey
Woody,
Mouse.
like a Mickey Mouse. You have that giant costume on. It's probably so hot. It's like 110 degrees.
Dude, there's people that like train. Like, there's girls that want to become Disney princesses. We have a family friend that this girl's like mission was to become a Disney princess, and she is. But okay. I guess she doesn't have to like wear a. Like, it's still her face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, she's not covered as like
you're not wearing like a big suit.
Heavy costume. Yeah, like if you're Pluto is just sweating up a storm.
Yeah, dude. And like in Spain, they have these giant, I wish I had pictures of them. They have these giant polar bears. There's just like a polar bear and there was like a penguin. Dude, the biggest costume you've ever seen. And it's what's creepy is like the head is all the way up here and you can see the person inside like through the mesh. The mesh is like in the stomach, like where the chest is. And the person's like kind of leaning forward, so the polar bear is like leaning hard, and they just like take pictures with kids all day in front of the Christmas tree.
Where? Like, is it at a
just
park
like in a
or
square,
just in public?
Just in a big square. Yeah, dude. And all over Spain, there's these people. I don't know if it's just a thing in Europe. I'd never seen it before. It's this little contraption that these people make. I don't know if they make it or if they work for someone, but they sit there. And they have like a little can for like donations because like this is cool, and it's like someone in like an action shot kind of thing, but they're paused. So it's like picture 2 guys on a motorcycle, and they look like they're flipping over, like mid like a shot of them flipping over, but they're just sitting there.
Like freeze frame.
Yeah, it's like a freeze frame, but they're like laying on planks and stuff, so they're not actually like.
Yeah.
And there's one of a guy like saving a goal, like a soccer goal, and he's just leaning back on one foot like this.
What?
And he just sits there like that. And he's like leaning back on this little piece of wood.
It's gotta have like good arm strength just to hold your arm up like that for
I know.
hours
It's probably so tiring and so boring. And people just take pictures of you and like give you like 10 cents.
Have you seen those people in Vegas on the Strip? Or like, have you been to the old Vegas?
Yeah, we were talking about Fremont with Jordan.
Oh, that's what you...
Yeah, that's Fremont.
Oh, my family just called it Old Vegas.
Oh, no, it's
But the place where they have the zip line?
Yeah, that's Fremont.
Okay, yeah.
That's where all, like, the strippers, like, the naked body paint
Yeah,
people.
But, like, have you seen the guys or girls that they, like, it looks like they're levitating?
Oh,
they're, like,
yeah,
sitting up in the air, but it's really just, like, a contraption.
Yes.
Where, but And they like charge people to like take pictures with them or whatever.
Or the guy that doesn't move
for like hours.
He stands there like this, and all of a sudden he'll be like,
yeah, and he's like painted chrome.
Yes,
yeah, dude. Or like the Michael Jackson. Like, there's so many cool, weird people in Vegas.
My sister, she said, there's this big park in Madrid that we went to. That there's a lot of those people, like chrome guys there. There's like a transformer there. And she said that there was one time there was this guy dressed as Kermit, and she said that she saw him just like head down, just like slowly walking, like sad. And he like sat down and he just had his head down. Aww. And then got up and like walked away.
That's actually so sad.
I know. She said it was like the saddest thing ever. Just seeing this man in a Kermit costume, just like, dude, just like so sad, like head down, just slowly like shuffling away.
This guy is probably like never thought he would get to this point.
Yeah, that's
like,
rock bottom.
His wife divorced him and took the kid, and like now he's Kermit, and he's trying to like he wants to visit his kid, but the kid doesn't want to see him.
That's like the beginning of a great movie.
Yes,
that's his comeback.
Or like the Joker, the beginning of like a dark movie where he gets mad at the world and kills people.
That's true. Still a great movie though.
Kermit the Hermit. That's the title.
He's a hermit.
And he becomes a hermit and plots this plan to like take over the world.
Like every time I see these people, I just think of Blades of Glory when he's like throwing up in the costume, because those are the people that are in those costumes.
Yeah, those are good, man. All right.
Wait, let me real quick. I have that thing up on Reddit. Here's a couple other ones that I found on Reddit. Someone said hotel housekeeping.
Ooh.
She said, if it comes out of a human body, I've cleaned it up. So that's disgusting. But very true, because I'm sure people leave their hotel rooms in terrible situations.
Yeah. I try to kind of clean up my hotel room a bit.
Me too.
I've never left it in horrible shape, but I've also never I've still yet to be in a hotel when I've been like drunk. Like I've only times
Portland. We were fine though.
Okay, yeah, but I guess I've never been on like a blatantly like
a Vegas,
like a Vegas boys trip. Yeah, that time, like I probably would have left the room.
Puke everywhere.
Yeah,
Jordan. Okay, chicken butthole remover. What? I guess that's a job.
Okay.
Well,
yeah, because when you buy like a whole chicken, there's no butthole.
Doesn't have a butthole. Someone's doing it. Yeah, someone says like mascot, just any mascot.
Yeah,
but that'd be kind of cool. Like the Mariner Moose does backflips and shit.
But the Mariner Moose gets paid like $15 an hour probably.
No, they upgraded though. He does backflips, so they probably pay him more.
Yeah,
but he broke his leg one time. He was driving on an ATV and crashed into the fence and broke his leg. Let's see. Moving company, that would be really tiring. And you're just moving a bunch of dusty stuff. You'd be sneezing a bunch. I've moved. I hate moving. It's terrible.
What was one you read one and you started cracking up?
That was a chicken butthole one.
Oh, okay.
Grocery store. Dude, Walmart. Working in a Walmart would be terrible. Or like a club bouncer.
It'd be bad, but I don't think it'd be nearly
the worst people in the world go to Walmart.
Yeah, but I don't think that would qualify as like some of the worst jobs on the planet. All like there's plenty of worse things than working at Walmart.
That's true. I think just working at like a 7-Eleven would be trash.
Yeah.
Because everyone just comes in to blow up your bathroom. Or they're like just trying to get a Slurpee and like they're annoying.
How come their Slurpee machines are always like
out,
kind of out or broken?
And they always make that psew psew sound.
That's kind of cool though.
Yeah, but I always wonder what that actually is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sound effects. Okay.
All right, we're gonna hop into the best jobs in the world. All right,
let's get it.
We each have. I have 6. Kyle has
5.
All right,
you go first.
Well, podcast host.
Yeah, that's my number 1.
Hell yeah. I mean, obviously, we love doing this show.
That's our dream.
We've mentioned it before. That's our dream. Like, obviously, we're like kind of joking around, but when you actually think about it, the fact that people can make a living, and actually, like, if your podcast get big enough, you can actually make quite a good living by literally just talking, and people actually care enough about your opinions to hear you talk for hours at a time. Like, I heard a quote one time where it's like, oh, if you want to be a YouTuber, you have to have like an ego problem because you are assuming that people care enough about you, this random person, to sit and like watch your life. And it's kind of the same with podcasts. Like the fact that we think we're cool enough where we deserve an hour of people's day twice a week.
I don't think we deserve, but if people want to listen to it, then like I think I enjoy listening to podcasts like this.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like there's a market for it. So
yeah.
Why not? I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, obviously, that's my mindset too. Like, I like serious podcasts, but ever since I found certain podcasts that aren't as serious, like I didn't even know that this was a type of a thing before.
I didn't either.
But like at the start of 2018, I found like my first couple like less serious podcasts, and they're some of my favorites. So,
well, I mean, obviously we're doing something, right? We're closing in on 2,000 views.
Yeah.
In a month.
Yeah.
Like,
so
2,000 times somebody has said yes, this is for me. So
yeah, we get messages from people that say that like, we got a comment the other day where this guy said he was listening to our podcast for his 8-hour shift at work every day for a week.
Dude, that's a lot of us. Too much us.
Yeah, I'm like, damn.
That's dedication.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, bro.
What's one of your best jobs?
Okay, so I had podcasters, my first one. Next one, farmer.
Okay.
So
Explain.
I've always kind of had this weird, I was gonna say fetish. That's not the right word. Just like this, I've had this
fascination
with farming, and I always thought it'd be kind of cool. Maybe it was when I was little, I would see all this land, and I would just be like, I wish I had that much property to where I could just go play wiffle ball or like go make a little baseball field or something. Like have a whole football field for my friends.
You do realize owning land and being a farmer are entirely like different.
No, I know. But if you
like owning land is one thing.
I know. But like you just, all you have is just your land, right? And your crops. And as the more I'm saying it, the more sucky it sounds.
I'm listening.
But like your job is just you wake up, your rooster's crowing, you get up, it's just calm, peace and quiet. You just go outside and you just start working on your crops. And you have machines. You're not doing it all by hand. Like a farmer in like the 1800s, like that's got to suck.
Yeah.
You're picking everything by hand. Like you just have those machines that spray all your crops. You probably just maybe walk around, make sure, smell the soil. You probably eat the soil and you're like, this is good. This is good.
Okay.
You feed the horses and the cows.
I think you're underestimating how much work owning a farm would be.
Look, I know. I'd hire some people, some trusted people.
I think that running a farm is one of the most exhausting and like time-consuming jobs there is.
Yeah,
it's like your life.
Okay, well, that's fine, but the thing that I would say is I would take a section of my land and then just, it's like Field of Dreams. Like I'd have a nice baseball field. Like I played at a field that was like literally a Field of Dreams field.
Would you like rent it out to people or you just keep it for yourself?
I would do what that guy did because he literally had a farm. And I mean, have you seen Field of Dreams? Yeah. And he had a section cut out that he just made a baseball field, and like the outfield wall was like
corn, right?
No, in the movie it is, but it was like just a mashup of like tables and like like random shit that he found from around the farm, and just made this fence, and it was like a great field. Dude, that's just awesome.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I mean,
maybe I don't want to be a farmer, but just in a weird way, I kind of want to be that isolated.
Yeah. So if you got really, really, really rich, would you go buy like a farmland? Like not as your main place, but would you have farmland somewhere?
Maybe not farmland, but I would want some isolated area with a big yard.
Okay. That's different than farming.
Like maybe like a cabin with a big yard.
Okay. I feel you. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. I would say being a backup quarterback.
That'd be nice. That's nice.
Now, obviously, a lot of work would go into that, but I'm just thinking like if I could just snap my fingers and have a job,
I'm a backup quarterback.
That would be awesome. Yeah. Preferably a backup to a really good quarterback though, because
reliably healthy quarterback.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like I don't want to play.
Like Russell Wilson's backup, he's never missed a game.
Yeah,
ever.
And the thing is, a backup quarterback gets paid more than any other backup position, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you're very valuable, so you're going to get paid a lot, but the odds of you ever having to do anything aren't that high. And if you're a backup, you go in, long career, and people don't expect a lot from you.
It's like, we got our backup in. Then if you do something good, it's like you're Nick Foles. You're
a
like
hero.
Literally a hero. They call you Big Dick Nick.
And then if you do bad, it's like, oh, that's whatever.
It's just a backup.
Yeah.
It's Josh McCown. Whatever.
Yeah. And there's people that can, Josh McCown, back up his entire career. I looked up his net worth. It was like
a lot.
Like 15 million or something.
I mean, he played for like 20 years. He probably had like at least 7 contracts, 8 contracts.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it'd be cool.
Okay. Next, I have nature dude. So one of those people that, look, I'm not saying I personally would love it, but I guess maybe the main thing here is just doing something that you love and making a career out of it, which I think is the best way to have a career.
Yeah.
But those people, like Bear Grylls kind of person, or Les Stroud, where you just love nature and you love surviving and you just make a career out of it and you make great money.
Yeah.
And you just go out into nature.
Yeah. I feel like being a host of any sort of show would be cool. Like, you're an entertainer,
dude,
but
Jeff from Survivor, that's the best job, dude. He just lives on a beautiful island, probably brings his family with him. He films for like a month.
The Bachelor guy,
Chris Harrison.
Yeah,
he's awesome, dude. He's a cool guy too. I watched a couple of videos with him on like Barstool or something. He's like a nice, like,
is he just known for anything other than being the host of The Bachelor?
Well, he was saying he used to be a sports broadcaster before that, but yeah, he's known for The Bachelor.
Okay. Or like Maddie Matheson, is that his name? He's a cook, like a chef.
Oh, really?
With like a chef show.
Oh, that's sick.
Any sort of like cook, like any sort of job where you can just like monetize what you're into.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
But like, what if you're into like frisbees or like
you gotta have like something
bird
cool.
Chirping or something?
Yeah, you gotta have cooler interests. You gotta have a cool interest and then be good at it.
Yeah,
and then make a career.
Yeah. The next one I have is like a fitness influencer. I hate that word.
It's kind of the same kind of thing. It's like doing something that you love and just making a career out of it.
Yeah, but particularly the fitness one, because like they make money off of sponsorships, and then a lot of them also like sell like programs or whatever. But essentially, you're getting paid to like stay looking really good, like just to be in really good shape. So you're getting paid to essentially like work out.
Your job is just go to the gym, look sexy,
and like eat healthy,
and then just wear whatever you're promoting and then just promote it.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
It sounds pretty cool. I mean, obviously I'm sure there's more that goes into it, but that'd be pretty dope. Like, imagine having so many followers that like companies email you and say, we'll pay you $10,000 if you post a photo with this shirt. I'm like, okay,
sure.
Like, that'd be awesome.
I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Next,
if you had to pose with a dildo on your Instagram for $5,000, would you do it?
Yeah.
But in like your caption also had to be like, this is my favorite accessory. Big fan of it. Blah, blah, blah. Like, be sure to use my promo code Kyle for 10% off the new vibrator dildo.
I probably
I've been using it for years.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
That's maybe a little more.
Okay.
Next I have anyone that's it's more common I think in baseball or sports that have a lot of foreign people, but just being a translator. Like we've talked about it before, but like if the Mariners have had some Japanese players on their team and they just have a translator that goes out with them and he just runs out to the mound and he just like translates back and forth. And he runs back. And he just hangs out with the team and he's boys with everybody.
Yeah.
You just hang out. You're around the game. You just watch games every single day and you get paid.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
And you literally just have to speak
speak
your native language.
Yeah, you're not like a coach or anything. You're not in charge of anyone. You just talk back and forth.
Yeah. But like, what if the person you're translating for doesn't like you? Like I feel like the amount of fun you have on the job is dependent on if the person is cool.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people maybe already have a translator that they learned from earlier or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you're young and you like sports, learn a different language.
Get really good at it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I wish I had done that.
All right, my next one, obviously everybody wants to do this, but like build a company and then sell it. And
that'd be nice.
Like, obviously, I would never want to be someone who just like literally doesn't work for my whole life and gets like, just like if you had like $10 billion and that never worked, I would go insane. But if I had a passion like this podcast and like
sell the podcast.
Well, no. I mean, if I built a company and then sold it for like $100 million, then I would have like no financial stress and you just do what you like for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It would be awesome.
So just don't work. Not working is the best job.
No, like selling a company, making a lot of money, and then not working.
Okay. So just okay.
Yeah.
That's a cool job.
Yeah.
Next, I have skydiving instructor.
Oh, but you've never even been, so you don't know if that would be a cool job.
Yeah, but you just love skydiving. You just do it.
But for you personally, you don't know.
I'm just saying it would be cool. I haven't farmed. Wow, that sounded really like a little.
I haven't farmed.
No, I haven't farmed. I think it'd be cool.
Okay.
I haven't dove.
Yeah.
But I want to. But it's just something that, like, same thing with like a helicopter pilot.
Yeah.
It'd be cool because you just do what you like, and then you just fly around, and then you just jump out of a plane with somebody.
Yeah.
It could be kind of annoying if it's someone that just won't jump, and you're like, bitch.
Yeah, that probably happens all the time. Or people that like panic and like do shit
yelling.
they're not supposed to do, or like pull on a string, and you're like, stop.
Yeah. You're just choking somebody out with their.
Wait, what?
So like you're strapped in, right? And the person's in front of you. If you're the instructor, I'm behind. They just they start freaking out. They don't know what to do, and they start choking you.
Oh, I thought you were saying as the instructor, if the person starts like not listening, then you choke them.
Just put them in a headlock.
It's like shut the fuck up.
Stop moving. That could work too. Mutual choking works.
Yeah. Did you spit on that mic?
I did.
Yeah. All right. Now this one I think would be probably the coolest out of all the ones I wrote down. But so last episode I talked about one of my favorite shows called Shameless, and in like season 8, or 9 maybe, one of the guys gets a job where I forget the specific word, but he basically hangs out with people that are recovering alcoholics and hangs out with them to make sure they don't drink.
Yeah, but if you watch that episode, it seemed awful.
I know. In the episode, it goes horribly wrong because... So basically, they're like kind of babysitters for alcoholics where like, I'm going to hang out with you and my whole job is to force you to not drink today. And from my understanding, it's generally for like celebrities or people that are like have public appearances so that they don't
need to be sober.
Yeah, so they don't show up drunk. And like he would sit outside her like hotel room, but then if she went out, it's like you just get to hang out and be boys with them, you know?
Yeah,
it's like
she ended up being really frustrating.
Yeah, so in that scenario, it would be horrible. But like if the person is like a recovering alcoholic, but they're also like pretty stable, like you don't have to really worry about them.
A stable alcoholic.
A stable alcoholic,
that's easy.
Which probably doesn't exist, but you know what I mean. Like that'd be cool if you get to hang out with a famous person and all you have to do is just like follow them around, like go to their show, go get dinner with them.
Yeah.
Hang out. You're just boys.
That'd be cool. That'd be pretty cool.
I think it'd be awesome. Now, obviously I've never really dealt with any alcoholics.
Yeah.
And I also feel like to have that job, you probably also have to be a former alcoholic.
Yeah. So start drinking. I just thought of another one. When I talked about Jeff Probst from Survivor, the people that just design the challenges, that'd be fun. Like if you're a construction person or an engineer, you just get to design all these different challenges and build them, and then you probably just hang out on the island too on your off time.
I don't think they live on I don't think like everyone involved with the show lives on the island.
Well, then what? They get flown in every time they want to do a challenge?
No, they probably design the challenges at like a office building in LA.
Yeah, but you have to come and somebody is constructing them.
Yeah,
and they are probably staying because they're in Fiji.
Are they in Fiji?
Yeah, the past ones have been in Fiji. You're not flying back to the States and then flying in for one day to build whatever the hell.
Yeah.
So all the people on Survivor are living on an island. That's cool.
Yeah. Are they? I never watched the show, so I have no idea. But like, where do like the people that are competing? Where do they like sleep and stuff?
They have like a certain section of an island that they stay on, and they have to build their own.
So there's no like cabanas or anything. It's all like
there's like reward challenges where you can get cabanas, like tarps and stuff, and fishing equipment. But
what about for food? Is food all like fend for yourself?
You get like a sack of rice and maybe some beans sometimes, and then otherwise there's coconuts on the island. You can go fishing. You have like spears and stuff. It's kind of fend for you, but there's also rewards, like reward challenges, and you can get like pizza and whatever.
But like, do you think that that's all real? Like, do you think that when the cameras turn off, they like give people like a bunch of shit.
No, they lose a lot of weight, so yeah, I think it's pretty real.
Okay.
I mean, if they're gonna die, they'll save them.
I mean, yeah, I just always wonder because I know with like the Bear Grylls shows, like he would stay in hotels and shit.
Yeah, that wasn't very real, but Les Stroud was real. Survivor man.
Yeah, but do we know for sure that Survivor's real?
I mean, I can't say 100% because I haven't been there, but from what I understand, yeah, it's very real.
Okay. Wait, was that one of them, or do you have a different one?
I just thought of it. That was my last one, though.
Okay. My last one here. Invent a board game,
That'd be cool.
and then like we create a game that we like did on the podcast, and people like it, and so then we like go to a company and we're like, hey, we got this idea, and they're like, okay, we'll like pay you for this patent.
It's like Parks and Rec.
Do they do that in Parks and Rec?
Yeah, one of the characters does.
That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that'd be fun. I'm really into games and fun. Like I feel like every couple years there's like some new viral game that goes big from like YouTube or whatever. And
We should try to do that. We just got to think of a game.
I feel like we have the type of minds where we could come up with something fun. It's just like once you have an idea, like I don't know, how do you go about making it?
I don't know. I'd probably ask my dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, moving on here.
Oh, wait, did you have...
Yeah. Before we hop into the segments, I found an article. I think it's called like the 8 best jobs in the world. Some of the I'm not gonna go like super in depth, but I'll just read you what they're called. Disney manager, or Disney Imagineer. Sorry. So like, there's people that get paid. You have to be an actual engineer, but basically you're a Disney Imagineer, where you dream up like different Disney like rides and like
that's
like
cool.
at the parks you like design like what the castles will look like and the rides and shit.
That'd be nice.
That would be cool. Professional cuddler.
Oh yeah.
Between $30,000 and $100,000 per year.
Oh.
Who's paying $100,000
Yeah,
for
but
someone
30.
to cuddle that? I mean, yeah. But like,
hey, if you get me what?
Hmm?
If you can make $100K cuddling,
I mean, yeah.
Go ahead.
But like, who's paying?
I don't think that's one of the best jobs because there's weird situations you'll get yourself into.
But generally, if someone has enough money to pay you to cuddle them, they're probably
it's
not
probably
like
not
a psycho.
one person though.
Oh,
It's probably like a...
You're cuddling like tons of people.
Yeah, like a Craigslist thing.
I was thinking like if I could be someone's personal cuddler.
That's even
like
weirder.
If J-Lo.
That's even weird. Well,
no, dude.
but
I
that's
want like a
different,
hot
though.
girl to cuddle with me.
They don't want that because they can have anybody.
No. Kyle,
J-Lo's
just 'cause
got
they're hot
got
doesn't-
A-Rod, John.
Kyle, just because a girl's attractive doesn't mean she can get any guy she wants. Okay?
It kind of does, but
Private island caretaker.
that's whatever. That sounds awesome. I don't even know what that is.
Private islands need lots of upkeep, but your downtime is on an island. So it says with the growing trend among the super rich to buy private islands comes a growing demand in caretakers for these private tropical paradises. So it's like these little rando islands in the middle of nowhere. Your job is just to like live there when the other people aren't there and like maintain it.
Dude,
That's pretty dope.
do you live there alone though? Because that'd be really boring. Maybe
And
your
then it's
family.
scary. Like you're in the middle of like nowhere.
Yeah, what if you lose reception? You don't have reception.
No.
How are you getting sat phone?
Maybe it's
What if the satellites go out? You're stuck.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Ben and Jerry's flavor guru, just test all their flavors,
That could be good and bad though, because there's probably some really bad ones.
and you get really fat if you eat ice cream all day.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Ben and Jerry were both probably huge.
And my stomach hurts after like one bowl of ice cream. Imagine just eating ice cream all day.
Yeah.
Water slide tester, no thanks.
Why?
What if it's like it's a test run, so no one has been on this? What if it's like falls apart when you're on it?
You slide on the on the grass. It's okay.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. What if there's like a nail sticking out and you get
Yeah,
sliced?
fuck that. Professional Netflix watcher. Okay, what?
That's nice, but that might be boring. What if the show sucks? You have to watch it.
But if only around 20,000 per year.
Oh,
Fuck that.
that's like a side gig.
Yeah, that's
side
like a
hustle.
part-time job.
When you're not cuddling, you're watching Netflix.
They get paid to sit on the couch all day and watch Netflix.
Dude, you could double up. You could cuddle and say, "Hey, we're gonna start watching this
And
Netflix."
it's Netflix and chill.
You're making double time.
Yeah. A Netflix taker's job is to sit through massive amounts of shows and movies and categorize them based on nuanced emotional facets that a computer might not be able to catch. Oh. Okay. Number 7, luxury bed tester.
That's nice.
That's pretty dope. You get paid to nap. Except it says $20,000 a year.
Again, dude, it's just the people. No one. You're
That's
not gonna
like
get paid a lot of money to do that because everyone wants to do it.
Yeah, but you can't live off of $20,000 a year.
That's you just spend your nights in this place, and then you have a different job. You could cuddle Netflix and do that. That's combined minimum
60,000.
70,000.
All right. Yeah. All right. Last one. Professional traveler. $50,000 per year.
That's really cool.
Yeah. How do you get paid for this?
I don't know.
Oh, in 2009, thebigtrip.com was looking for candidates to be a travel correspondent for the site with all travel expenses paid and full health insurance, in addition to the salary mentioned above. So one person got to travel for 12 weeks and just blog about the different places they've been.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. All right. Well, guys, let us know what you think the best job on the planet would be and the worst job.
If you hate a job, if you have a job that you've hated, or if you currently hate your job, let us know.
Yeah. Or maybe you have like a weird fetish where you're like really into like building fans.
What?
Like fans, like on the ceiling.
I know what a fan is. Thank you.
So maybe you're really into that, and you have this like dream job that you've heard of where it's a factory
Fan builder.
and you get to just build mega huge fans all day long.
Could be.
Let us know.
Yeah, maybe.
I
think we should hop in the segments.
Yeah, we'll hop into the segments here. Kyle, what's something you shouldn't say to a stranger?
Have you ever been told by a stranger or somebody that you don't really know too well, oh, you remind me of blank, like you remind me of this person?
Yeah.
Don't tell that to them if it's someone that just sucks. Like, oh, you remind me of this like homeless guy I saw the other day, or you remind me of like my grandpa. You look like my
I told you today. You remind me of this podcast host.
Yeah,
but he's like kind of like you don't remind me of like the physical ugliness.
yeah, but at least he's funny.
Yeah. So
there's that.
were you referring to me?
No. I actually didn't even get that from that.
Oh wow.
I was actually just,
So you weren't offended by the fact that I said you remind me of this guy?
I didn't care.
Okay.
But
if I said you remind me of Nicolas Cage,
yeah, see, like that's not what I want.
Yeah.
And some people think maybe that's a compliment. Like, oh, you remind me of my grandpa.
yeah.
I don't want to be compared to your grandpa, unless he's like super sexy. But there's not a lot of hot grandpas.
Yeah, one time I told one of my good friends that she reminded me of Kristen Stewart, and she got really mad. Like, she was not happy about it.
Yeah, you don't want to be
like,
compared.
dude, people hate Kristen Stewart, and she
she's just
sucks.
the most like boring person ever.
Dude, she's not boring at all.
Kristen Stewart.
I love Kristen Stewart, and I will stand by that.
I don't really know anything about her.
Great actress.
So
She was in the reason
so is
people
Nicolas
don't like
Cage.
her. No, Nicolas Cage is not a great actor. Kristen Stewart's not like ugly though. I mean, she's not like really hot.
She's had weird phases.
She has a buzz cut right now.
I don't like that.
But like,
You do you, but I'm not too much of a fan. Okay, what would you not tell someone?
something you shouldn't say to a stranger is like, my family hates me. Because when I think of the segment, I think of like, what would I not want a stranger to come up and just say to me out of the blue?
My family hates me.
Because like, how do you respond to something like that? I'm just thinking of like
Sorry,
social scenarios.
dude.
Like, imagine if a guy comes up to you and he's like, hey man, like, I don't know who else to tell this to, but my family, they just hate my guts.
Yeah, that's uncomfortable.
It's like,
You don't need that.
well, how do you respond to that?
I don't need that energy. I'd be like, oh,
What would you say? What would be the first response?
what do you mean? I'd probably say, what do you mean? Or
Oh.
like, why are you telling me? Why do they hate you?
Like, oh, what are they? All right.
Give me more context, sir.
They think I'm a piece of shit.
Why? What makes that? Why?
I don't do anything. I do a lot of drugs. I ruin the house. I piss everywhere.
You are a piece of shit. I piss everywhere.
Yeah. So
I'm like a dog. You're just a dog. You ruin the
dogs
house.
don't pee in the house.
Bad
Not if
dogs do.
you're a-
Piece of shit dogs.
Oh.
You're a bad boy.
You're a bad boy.
My family doesn't like me because I'm a bad boy.
You shouldn't say that to a
Yeah,
stranger.
you should not. Never ever call yourself a bad boy. I'm a bad boy.
Now, if you're a girl, you could say I'm a bad girl.
I'm a naughty
I'm a
girl.
bad girl.
Yeah, that's better than I'm a naughty boy. I'm a bad boy. You should never just call yourself a boy.
Yeah. If you're over the age of like 7, don't call yourself a boy.
Boy. Silly boy.
All right, Kyle. What would you do if your cats started sabotaging your life every day, but no one believed you?
They do. I have a cat. Do you see my hand? I have scratches all over my hand.
Looks like you've been like cutting.
Yeah, it's my cat, dude. She's the worst. I love her though. Yeah.
No, but like to an extreme. Like you actually believe
They're out to kill me.
your cats are out to kill you, and they'll like when no one's around, they'll stand up and walk around like humans on their hind legs. Like
They're
they
getting
can
kicked if
like
they
they
do that.
talk to you. Like they'll whisper
Oh.
like, "I fucking hate you."
I'd move out.
No,
I would live in a box.
But then whenever the rest of your family is around, they're totally friendly.
I would
They're all
film it.
lovey.
I would film them.
No, but they know, like, they're smart. So whenever you start filming, they revert back to normal.
I'd buy Google Glasses, always record, so they got to behave. That's what I got. That's what I do.
Oh,
Then if they misbehave, it's on camera.
yeah.
Perfect. Okay, John. Mine's a little different. What would you do if you could only work out one muscle group for the rest of your life? It's either you could work out one or none.
What about like cardio? Like,
Nope.
can I go on runs?
Nope.
Because that's
No.
multiple muscles.
Yeah. No. One muscle group. What are you doing?
Damn, that's hard.
That is hard. I don't know.
Because like if I only did biceps,
You
then,
look
like,
so weird.
like I'd feel better than doing no workouts, but then I'd be like 50 and my biceps would be huge and everything else would be out of
Flabby.
proportion.
Yeah. Skinny legs.
I probably just wouldn't work out. I think I would just eat pretty healthy and just accept the fact that I'm going to be like a skinny, average looking guy.
Yeah.
Because obviously having bigger muscles looks good, but it looks worse
If it's just, like the guy with like SpongeBob when he had the giant arms and the blow up arms.
I showed you the video of the guy that had like disproportionate arms.
the huge. Yeah, that doesn't look good.
No.
No one's like, damn, give me that one arm. Give me that one big arm.
What would you do?
I don't know.
I guess like legs, sort of.
Really?
Because like
I would have said chest. Because like there's chest workouts that like kind of get your arms. But I guess maybe you're just not even allowed to like.
Yeah,
because if you're benching, like you're getting a little arm.
Yeah, you can't
little
even
arm
do bench.
action.
It has to be like only machines that like are strictly your chest.
What would that even be? Because your arms are involved
Like
in your
a
chest.
chest fly machine, maybe.
Yeah, I guess.
That's all you're doing.
Yeah, I don't
like,
know. Maybe yeah.
Just picture a bodybuilder's chest
core
on you and everything else the same. It would look so
Well, I'm not
weird.
saying I have to be a bodybuilder,
But if that's all you ever work out, you're going to end up looking like a bodybuilder.
I just wouldn't work out as much. I would just have like an
Oh.
average chest and hope that everything else is okay.
Okay.
I don't know.
But I'm thinking like maybe legs, because you could get like work out your legs a lot and like you could have like a nice lower body, and I don't think it would look disproportionate if you just left all your upper body normal. Do you know what
Imagine like Saquon quads with my current body.
I mean? Okay.
Like, it
yeah.
doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Although
Saquon's legs are huge.
I think he's also one of those people that can just easily get, not easily, but naturally has giant legs.
Yeah.
Like you can't hit his calves. You just can't get those calves.
Yeah. No.
Like everyone's got certain type of calves. I have a certain type of calf that cannot get that
we
big.
have white guy calves.
Yeah, we have like white guy, like sprinter calves. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
fast twitch calves.
There's
we don't
Asian calves that Shim has.
There's like there's beefy calves. We have like they're like defined but skinny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like we have a really tiny ankle, and then it's just like a skinny but like toned
Like
calf.
toned. Yeah, that's
Then there's like the white kid that are like kind of chubbier kids that just their whole leg
It's
is
just
just
a
like it's just like a
big stick of meat, like a big cheese stick.
like because like with us it's like a skinny ankle, then it goes out a little bit.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
with them it's just like from the knee to the ankle, it's the same width.
And there's like fat people calves where it's just like that's the big cheese stick.
Yeah. But then there's also like there's a lot of different types of calves now that I think about it.
Yeah.
There's the Asian man calves where it's like skinny at the ankle, but then the calf is just huge.
calf.
And then there's like Saquon calves where
That's
like
just
they're
different.
huge and it's just like toned and you can see like every muscle fiber.
And then you move up and his quad is like this. It's like a trunk of a tree. Dude, his quads are actually the most insane
Quads
things.
are bigger than my head.
Yeah, if no one's ever seen, just look up Saquon quads. Dude, they are something to look at.
Yeah. All
okay,
right.
well, good transition. Sports with Kyle. We're not going to talk about quads anymore. The Baseball Hall of Fame was just announced, the class of 2020. Larry Walker and Derek Jeter made it.
I don't know who Larry Walker is.
I figured you wouldn't. I would say that the average baseball fan, well, you're not really an average baseball fan.
No.
The average baseball fan maybe knows Larry Walker.
How can you get inducted to a Hall of Fame
He had
and
a
an
good career.
average baseball fan doesn't even know who you are?
I mean,
I feel like if you're inducted into a Hall of
I would
Fame,
say-
everyone should know who you are.
okay, but I'm trying to think of average baseball. Average baseball fan probably knows Larry Walker, yeah.
But like, so I'm just surprised that it's the same year as Derek Jeter. Like, how much older is this guy than Derek Jeter? Because like, if I know the name Derek Jeter,
Okay, Derek Jeter retired way more recently. Larry Walker, this was his 10th and final year on the ballot.
Oh, so it's like last chance to make it.
Yeah,
in.
he retired in 2005.
So do you think like among the Hall of Fame people, is there kind of like a hierarchy? Like I made it in my first potential year.
Oh, yeah.
You made it in your last
only
year.
one person didn't vote for Derek Jeter, which there's a big argument about, like, is that a crime? Because Derek Jeter is, like, no question
Undoubtedly.
a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And only one person's ever been completely, every single person, unanimous vote. And it was Mariano Rivera last year.
Yeah.
Which he deserves it because he's the best closer ever.
Yeah.
So
So why would someone not vote for him? Do they just not like him?
it's one person, and you don't have to release your ballot. So I don't think no one knows who it is. I don't know. A lot of people that vote for the Hall of Fame, it's a lot of baseball writers, and a lot of them are pretty old, which is kind of frustrating. So a lot of them are baseball purists, and they don't think anyone from the steroid era is going to get in or should get in. I believe.
Derek Jeter didn't take steroids.
No. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, I think some people, like Griffey didn't get all of his votes. He had like 2 people or 3 people didn't vote for him. I think some people, you can only vote for, I think 10 people, 10 people, I believe, on the ballot. So maybe they said he's going to get in, so I'm going to use this extra vote for somebody else. Because if you don't get a certain amount of votes, then you get kicked off the ballot.
Yeah.
Either that, or they just didn't want to vote for him because they didn't think he deserved to be unanimous because he wasn't like the greatest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But he's
one of the best.
Debatably, you could argue he's one of the greatest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's one of the best players ever.
Yeah.
I would say, but I don't. Yeah, so that's a big debate in baseball, and then the whole steroid thing. I think when I was younger, I thought if you took steroids, you should not belong in the Hall of Fame. I've kind of changed my stance. I think there's certain players that, like Barry Bonds, absolutely belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Roger Clemens absolutely belongs in the Hall of Fame. Steroids don't make you that much of a better player. Like, you can hit the ball farther, you can throw a little harder,
But you still have to hit
the ball. Yeah, they compared Barry Bonds' stats to all other steroid player stats.
Yeah.
It's not even close. Like,
Yeah.
Barry Bonds is like, the 2 combined are like combined Barry Bonds stats.
Yeah.
Like the top next 2. It's
Yeah.
insane how good he
Well,
was.
and the thing with steroids is like, obviously it gives you an advantage, but like, it doesn't give you a superpower.
No.
Like, steroids give you the ability to recover quicker so you can train more and get bigger faster. But it doesn't mean you don't, like,
It doesn't help your hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, and if you take steroids, you don't just get bigger. Like, you have to work out a lot.
Exactly.
And, like, train a lot. And so, like, and
So-
you still have to hit the ball. So,
Yeah, I think there should be an asterisk by his name, and maybe the home run record is a little iffy, but he belongs in the Hall of Fame, and I think he's got 1 or 2 years left on the ballot, and he was like 4% away, I think. So I think he might get in soon. So that'll be interesting.
and it's like, let's say, even if he didn't take steroids, every ball he made contact with, I mean, do you think he probably still would have made contact with the ball?
Maybe his
Without
hands wouldn't have been
steroids.
as quick on some of them, but dude, he had a broken bat bomb one time. He had a couple like broken bat home runs that I don't know if you do that without steroids.
Yeah.
Like, he got jammed off his fists and pulled it into the water in San Francisco.
But there could have been a lot of times when, like, even if he wasn't on steroids, it still could have been like a base hit or something
yeah.
instead of like a home run or something.
He's I think him and Pete Rose are the two of the best hitters of all time. And Pete Rose is banned from baseball because of the whole betting thing.
Oh yeah.
So it's hard because it's like if you let Barry Bonds in, do you let Pete Rose in? Because they both were bad in certain ways.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Do you think that the people that have been associated with all this cheating allegations coming out recently, will they be banned from the Hall of Fame?
I was thinking about that. I mean, it depends. First of all, they need to have good enough careers to get to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting because a lot of it is like during their prime, like Altuve and Bregman. They're two guys like entering their prime or in their prime. I don't know. It's going to be we'll see.
Yeah.
First of all, they need to put up stats continuously anyways.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
All right.
That's a discussion for a later day
Yeah.
because there's too much going on right now. I can't comprehend it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're at about an hour and a half here, so we're going to wrap it up. Thank you all so much for listening to this episode of Peak to Middle School. We tricked you guys. We recorded this right after last episode, but we just changed shirts. So hot.
Yeah, I got my gambling shirt on.
Yeah.
You want to go to the casino? No.
Not really.
Thursday night?
I hope I never end up if it's a weeknight and not a holiday, I hope I am never in a casino on a Thursday night.
Don't say never.
You guys can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Instagram and Twitter. And on YouTube, I have a personal YouTube channel called The Narwhal where I do really cool challenges, some fitness videos, some different challenges and shit. I don't want to say what they're all going to be, but you guys should go check it out.
Maybe you'll do a challenge where you can only work out one thing for the rest of your life.
I just document it until the day I die.
You just bench press every day for the entire year and just see what it looks like. Yeah. And you can't do anything else.
That would be absolutely miserable. And then you'll edit it for me when I die.
Okay. I can't edit, so it's going to be bad.
Kyle, where can they follow you?
Follow me on Instagram at Kyle Stafford 36. Also, more importantly, follow the podcast at Pim's Podcast, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We're out there. Come say hi.
There are new episodes of this show every single Monday and Thursday. So if you guys are new here, be sure to binge all 107 episodes.
Like that one dude.
Yeah.
Shout out to that guy. Whoever you are, shout out to you.
I think there's a couple different people that are binging through them right now. So be sure to tell your friends. Word of mouth really helps us out the most. Obviously, we do different ads and stuff, and that's how a lot of people find our show. But really, the most important thing for us is like trying to grow an organic audience. So if you guys want to, tell your friends, your coworkers, your family, it helps us out a lot. Be sure to leave a review on the Apple Podcast app. Just search Peak to Middle School, click on it, scroll to the bottom, rate us 5 stars, and write something nice. It means a lot. And with all that being said, we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.